Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the Apex Predator mission set in Berlin, Germany. And today we will be taking care of the Silent Assassin Suit Only Challenge. So we need to complete the mission in only our suit and without ever being seen. Of course, if we get that, we will also get the Silent Assassin Challenge and the Suit Only Challenge. And while we are collecting all of those, we will also get the 3 permanent unlockable shortcuts. So there's the Sky Ladder shortcut, there's also the basement door, I believe it's called, the biker basement door shortcut, and there's the club door shortcut as well, which will become an extremely useful door. That one there, the entrance back door, we will be utilising that one quite a lot. So for this challenge, because we are level 1, we have absolutely nothing with us, and we are limited on our outfit and everything else as well. So, right from the start, off the bat, we are going to have to get to our location, but the first thing we're going to do is pull out this phone that we have and try to call Olivia whilst we run towards the petrol station ahead of us. Olivia's not answering, and we will find on the corner here a phone box with a coin. We're going to grab that coin before we move off. So now we've got a bit of a trek ahead of us. We have to make our way down to what looks like an old abandoned nuclear power station, which is currently being used as an illegal rave of some sort from the looks of it. And here is a watchtower. Make note of that for later.
We've been compromised. Abort and walk away now.
Who?
ICA. They tracked me. Don't know how.
It's what they do. How many?
1 prime asset and a whole pack of up-and-comers. They've infiltrated the club searching for us. Christ, I think I killed one of them. Get out now before they spot you.
No. They found us once. They'll find us again. Keep your head down. I'll take care of this.
Yes, Olivia, I will take care of this. So, something slightly different with this level. We have a possible total of 11 targets, I believe it may be, 10 or 11 targets, starting with this guy right here, who only shows up on this first level run. So we are just going to sneak up behind him once he has been confirmed as an ICA agent, and we are going to snap his neck. There we go. And we're going to take everything that he has dropped, including his earpiece and his pistol. I'm not happy with where his body is there, so I'm just going to pull him out of the way a little bit.
Just keep trying, Agent Montgomery. Our client considers Agent 47 and Olivia Hall as a serious threat. You can't underestimate them.
So we are going to continue down towards the nuclear power station, or the club, around to our right. Make a note of that door there. That is the back door entrance. We will be unlocking that at some point. So we're going to jump over the bollard and around to our left. We're going to grab this coin right here on the edge. Now you can see there are 3 people ahead of us. I think these are members of the biker gang, and the lady on the bridge is in our way. So once the gentleman on the right has moved all the way over to the right, we're going to take one of our coins, throw it over there parallel to this wall where we're leaning up against, and that will distract the young lady away from the bridge, and we can then run across and around to our left and around the back of the shipping containers here, where we will gain another coin. Now the young lady has now made her way back onto the bridge, but we aren't finished. We need her to move again, so we're going to use the coin we've just collected and throw it roughly where we threw the first coin, And when she turns to go for that, we're going to run off to the edge of the water here, duck down on the ledge and scoot across to our left. And we will eventually come to a pipe that we can climb up. So we're going to make our way up the pipe here, and on the air conditioning unit right in front of us we will find a crowbar. We're going to grab that crowbar, just move out of the way of the guard up on the balcony up the top there. And when he moves away we can then move in and eliminate the guard just in front of us. Well, I say eliminate, we're going to knock him out. So we're going to throw our crowbar at his head. We are going to collect up everything that he drops and our crowbar. We are going to grab his body and drag him up the stairs and around the corner. Only up this first flight of stairs though, because there is another guard at the top of the next flight, sitting down in a chair. So once we've got the guard up and over here, we're just going to leave his body behind these pipes, make our way along the wall until we come to a ladder, and we're going to ascend that ladder, which will bring us up exactly at the top of where those stairs were, but we are now behind the guard in the chair. So if the other guard who patrols up and down isn't anywhere nearby, we're going to use our crowbar to knock out the guard in the chair, collect up everything he drops, grab his body, and we're going to drag him around the corner here where there is a waiting dumpster. So all the way around, although you don't really need to put him in the dumpster. Once he's around here he's out of sight of anyone. So that's him out of our way. So we're now going to start making our way along the roof towards the building opposite us. You can see there, and you see the building that's all lit up in the background. That is our final destination essentially, but there is a guard heading this way.
No sign of 47 yet.
Be careful or you may not spot him until it's too late.
So this guard has identified himself as an ICA agent, which means he is a target. Now I mentioned earlier that there are 10 to 11 targets on this map, but we only need to take out 5. So don't be disheartened, they are dotted all over the place. And on this first level run, we do have to wait for them to identify themselves.
Are you still there?
So once we've got this guard unconscious and his neck snapped, we are going to hide his body around the corner. And we're now going to make our way along the roof, and once we get past here you'll see this air vent thing with the skylight. We're going to drop down into the skylight where we will find our first unlockable ladder. So here is our first permanent shortcut dealt with. So that's the skylight ladder taken care of. We are now going to continue back on our way. There is another guard just beyond us on the other side of this wall here. So we're going to take the coin and throw it over by that open window over yonder. And that will get the guard's attention. We can then select our crowbar and render the guard unconscious. Collect up everything he drops, including our crowbar. We're not done with that yet. We're going to hide his body in the building in front of us here, which is actually a stairwell that leads down into the nightclub area. We're going to hide his body in the dumpster provided. And don't forget to go and retrieve your coin. It could still be coming very useful, as we come in here with nothing at all. So anything you can grab that may be useful, keep hold of. So with that said, we're going to make our way up the stairs beyond the stairwell, across the bridge and into the stairwell beyond. We're going to go down one floor, through the next room, and immediately turn left and out onto an external stairwell, and go down to the next floor and through this door, and again immediately turn left and onto the stairwell again. Now our next target will frequent this area, but there is another guard present and a camera. So first thing we need to do is take out the camera. Easier said than done. These heckler guns, although they carry a lot more bullets, they are rather less accurate. So I have to take a number of shots at this, and we've now alerted a guard, so I have to wait for him to lose interest, knowing full well that when I take my next shot he's going to notice the bullet impact. So we're going to wait out on the external stairwell here. He's going to come along and not find anything, and he will go back to his usual routine. This is the guard on the floor below that we do actually need to get rid of. And if you're wondering why I didn't just grab him there, you can see there are 2 more guards literally just around the corner, just to the right of the stairwell there. So we want to be downstairs when we take this guy out. But once he returns to his usual routine, he will stand right when he is there, and he will stand there for a little while. So we have plenty of time to get down, get behind him, render him unconscious. Once again grabbing everything that he drops, and we're going to drag his body all the way to the far side of the room, right over by that window. There aren't very many hiding spaces on this part of the building, so we have to be a bit creative about where we leave bodies. If we leave a guy around about here, then he should be well hidden. You can't quite see because of the boxes to the left and the drums to the right. You can't quite see either side of the crate we're in front of. So I stood and waited there because our target had just visited the area. You can see him right off in the distance just leaving. We do now have to wait for him to return. Unfortunately, by causing the alarm when we took the surveillance camera out, did slow us down somewhat, so we are going to have to wait for this guy to go through his loop and come back, and when he does he will identify himself as an ICA agent. So once he's identified himself as an ICA agent, we're going to throw our coin over by the pipe over on the wall opposite us, and when the guard goes in to inspect it, we can then get behind him and put 2 in his back. So that's target number 2, I believe, of 5. Actually that's target number 3. So again, we're just going to drag his body to the window with his colleague over here.
We've lost 3. If any of you have been waiting for your chance to snatch glory from the jaws of defeat, I would suggest getting it over with.
So what we're going to do now is collect up everything that our last target has dropped. He drops quite a lot. He's a remote breaching charge and an assault rifle and all sorts he drops. But once we have all of that, we are now going to make our way up to the roof. So we're going to run straight ahead of us, being aware that there are those 2 guards behind us still. So you want to hug the wall on the right really. And we're going to go all the way up to the roof and across the roof. And this is the part of the building that's all lit up with the neon lights. We're going to go down the external stairs 1 floor. And you can see there are 2 guys in this room. One is one of our targets, one is not. So we're going to make our way straight inside and drop our assault rifle on the floor there and wait back outside on the stairwell. And eventually the guard will come along as part of his routine, and he will spot that gun and he will take it away, and that will lead him downstairs, leaving us alone with our target. And this target is a sniper, so when we're approaching we do need to be aware that he is watching for us and can spot us. Not when we're behind him though. So once the guard has spotted the gun and taken it away, all that's left for us to do is wait for the target to identify himself.
Just remember your briefing and stay on task.
And then we can sneak up behind him, put 2 in his back, and that's 4 targets down, 1 to go. So we're going to take everything that he drops, and we're going to hide his body
Are you still there?
out on the stairs where we entered.
If any of you make it out of this debacle, you'll be the laughing stocks of the ICA.
So once we're through the door here, and we're just going to go up the stairs a little way, then we'll drop our victim here, and we can make our way back across the roof. We're going to drop the assault rifle as well, we don't need that. So before we move on to target number 5, we are going to open our shortcut number 2. So we're going to make our way down the stairwell, being aware that there are guards on some of the floors, but not in the stairwell themselves. And once we get right down to the very bottom, we find a blacker basement door. So with that now taken care of, we're going to make our way back up to the floor we started on, which is the floor with the bridge. And across the bridge, we're now going to basically retrace our steps all the way back to the start of the level. So right all the way across the roof, back down the stairs this time instead of round the back. We're going to go through the building instead of over the canal, because at the bottom of these stairs right here we find the back entrance doorway shortcut, and this shortcut will come in very handy. So with that done, we're now going to run outside the building around to our right, just keep going round to our right until we come to this huge tank, and we're going to vault over the wall right over by the building. From here we will be trespassing, so we're going to crouch down and make our way along the building just like a rat would, and we're just going to stick to the shadows. We have 2 guards up ahead of us on our right, and if you move along here slowly crouching, you won't be seen, and we're heading for the bushes ahead of us where there is a large crane. So once we're in the bushes here, you can see there is our 5th target up ahead of us. So he's going to stop shortly and identify himself, and when he does, we're going to distract him with a coin over to the left of the map there.
Stop talking. Focus on finding him.
So our target has identified himself, so before he wanders off, we're going to throw our coin. So he's going to move over now and investigate, and when he does, we can break cover, move in behind him, place 2 in his back, and I'm going to feel a little bit brave here, and before we move his body, we're going to grab everything that he drops, including a sound distraction and Uzi. This guy is well armed.
Are you there?
And then we're going to drag his body into the bushes against the back here.
Pulling the plug. Get out of there now.
So that's 5 targets taken care of our 10 or 11. So all that's left for us to do is retrace our steps back out of the trespassing area here and back over the wall into relative safety. And then all we've got to do is exit the area via the fence where we came in to end the mission. So there we go, Silent Assassin suit only taken care of, along with all 3 shortcuts. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.
We're clear.
You killed all of them?
They got my message. Where are you?
Diner. Up the main road.
On my way. You're hurt.
You should see the other guy. Never killed nobody before. What you did back there. You really are all Gray said you'd be. 47. He didn't suffer, did he?
He made it count.
Bruised but not broken. I'm glad. It's time we start afresh, you and me.
Get to the point.
You and your friends pulled off the impossible. You stormed the heavens, took down the untouchables, and yet here we are. Status quo. It just goes to show you can't fight power, Miss Burnwood. Power never dies, it only changes hands. The best you can do is claim it.
I never cared about power.
Power is a tool, Miss Burnwood. It's the thing that gets you to the thing. As the next constant, you can be the agent of change.
Transform the system from the inside, or be transformed by it.
No risk, no reward.
I'll need to think about it.
No, you won't. The real question is, what will you bring to the table?